Hello, my name is David Moore, and I wanted to share with you all a few pretty technically challenging right-hand rolls for the five-string banjo. Bailiff Lip uses, in a lot of his tunes, one of these rolls. You can hear it on the last track of his first album, Crossing the Tracks, which is just a solo banjo and a vocalist. I can't remember the name. And also the first track of Tales from the Acoustic Planet, the Bluegrass Sessions album. It's on his solo there. So let me show you what it looks like. I've named it the Bailiff Lip Roll, just so we can refer to it. So as you can see, he's plucking two strings at once, and then the next two eighth notes are just individual strings, and then two strings together again. And this repeats every 6 eighth notes. And Bela plays this with a lot of crossing over, so and that allows him to pluck these two strings, string number 4 and 5, together with this time, and then he's crossing under. As you can see, he has to cross the thumb over to get back up there, and the index finger under right there. So I can show you what that looks like. Now, if we ignore the crossing over for right now and just look at the right-hand fingering, we can actually extrapolate from this pattern to other patterns, similar patterns but different fingerings. The first one I've called the reverse Bailiff Lip Roll. Here it is. So as you can see, it's slightly different, but it's still the same overall pattern. I can play this one for you. Alright, there's also what I've called the inverse Bailiff Lip Roll. Again, slightly different, but same general idea, and also still repeats every 6 eighth notes. So that one's going to look like... Yep. All right. If we try to find a pattern like this that repeats every 9 eighth notes instead of every 6, you can actually get 2 more rolls. The first one is sort of the forward version of that. Here it is. So this, as you can see, repeats every 9 notes. And when you play stuff like these rolls over something in like a 4/4 time, you get a nice syncopated feel, and that's what Bela usually does. So I'll play this one for you. Again, this is the forward version of the new roll that repeats every 9 eighth notes. Right, and then there's also a backwards version, or reverse of that. That's the second roll here. All right, I can play that for you. All right, these are very difficult to get the hang of. You got to start very, very slowly, and only when you can play it well very, very slowly would I suggest gradually increasing the speed until you can play it up to, regular bluegrass or fiddle tune speed. It's also good once you have mastered all of those to try to learn them starting at different points during the roll. So for example, let's take this one. Instead of starting it always here, put that downbeat of the first measure maybe here or maybe here the other two times you pluck the two strings at once, or you could even try to put it on one of the single strings. You know, the only thing is, if you're playing in 4/4 time and this repeats every 9/8 notes, eventually you're going to end up with this being the downbeat if you play it for long enough of one of the measures. All right. Lastly, I just wanted to share there are a few practice rolls you can use to help get yourself up to speed on those. A little more basic, but still good to practice very slowly at first. Here's the first one. Practice roll number 1. I'm sure you'll recognize this 2/8 note phrase from a lot of bluegrass songs. So this one's not too difficult. A lot of songs start out like, so you got that same feel going on. Second practice roll. This might actually be the trickier of the 3 practice rolls, trickiest. Alright, I can show you that one. It's good to try these from all different strings too. And then the last practice roll. And again, with those practice rolls, start slowly, get very comfortable with them, and then you can increase the speed gradually. And you can even practice those with the downbeat on the other note too. So good luck, and I hope you learned something. Thanks.